This is a reminder on this Friday that we got to keep going. That you gotta have the sense of urgency. You gotta keep things moving. This is about getting mentally tough. That's why we read out of the book 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class. Why? Because this is about you getting mentally tougher, stronger in the mind, so that you can get to the life you don't need a break from. You can get to the life you deserve. When our feelings run our life, it's impossible to get to the life that you want because your feelings will always tell you to slow down, to stop, to not do it, to quit, to brace you, right? Like it's not going to give you what you need. It's not going to allow you the disciplines when we're in our feelings, when we're in our emotions too much. So when we're in our feelings and emotions too much, we have to get more mentally tough. We have to get stronger here to be able to handle the things that are up ahead. And that's what you hear when you hear that toughness, that push, that grit. Some of us aren't used to that. Some of us aren't used to being pushed. And some of you are athletes or have been former athletes, so that might be a little bit natural for you. But for many people, if you're haven't been in sports for a while, whatever the case is, you might not have that drive, that thing that pushes you, those words that push you, that energy. But you got to get it if you want to go off and design your ideal life. The only people that get to the life that they want are the people that have that push, that drive, that internal. Les Brown in there said, I think it was him or it could have been E.T., right? Said like that you hold a higher expectation for yourself than anyone else will. Like you hold a higher expectation. Like no one outside has to hold you to working out or to doing the thing, making the call or whatever it is you need to do. You have a higher expectation for yourself. So these are things that you got to remember. A couple of things I wrote down. Are we settling? Are you settling? Have you settled into a life? Have you settled into a mindset? Have you settled for your job? Have you settled for $50,000 a year when you could make $50,000 a month? Have we settled for the relationship that we're in? Are we settling in any areas? It's not how we get to the life we deserve. It's not by settling. It's by continuing to push. It's by continuing to have that bullseye, that vision of where we're headed. And then again, growing the capacity, growing to become the man or woman that can achieve that. That's what the game is about. I know we talk about goals, we talk about vision, we talk about those things, yes, and those are good. Why? Because it pulls you to become different. If you don't have goals, dreams, big things beyond you, you will not change. You will not grow. There's nothing that's pulling you. There's nothing that's pulling you towards your greatness. So you have to have that stuff and then check with yourself. Are you settling in any area? If so, we got to remove that. What's blocking you from your blessings? What's blocking you from your blessings? And when I ask you that question, this group, I hope you turn internal. What's blocking you from your blessings is not outside of you. It's not your family. It's not your circumstance. It's not your job. It's not any of that. It's you. There's something in us that we have to get aware of, that we have to get clear on to say, I got to stop doing this. I got to look myself in the mirror and say, I got to get better in this area. And then we go to work getting better in that area. And that's for all of us. This is the journey, y'all. No excuses, though. Don't give yourself excuses. My mentor used to always be like, don't buy your own BS. We're very good at that. We're very good, especially if we don't talk to people, especially if we don't have a coaching group or if we don't have people that push us and challenge our thinking. We will believe whatever we believe. We will make excuses for ourselves. We will make excuses for the life that we live, for what we have or don't have. Not in this season, y'all. Not in 2026. This is not the season. If you're going to go off and design your ideal life, it's not the season to have any excuses. If it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be, it's up to me. There's no excuse. Sure, you might have a reason for why something didn't turn out that way, but we don't make excuses. We don't make excuses because that's not going to help us get there. They talked a lot about being lazy. They talked a lot about being lazy, right? In scripture, just go to Proverbs. There's tons of talk about the lazy man, right? The lazy man. Again, for us to go off and design our ideal life. That's why I keep saying that, because I want to give this context. This goes off on YouTube and other places, right? Not everyone wants to grow. Not everyone wants to be better. Not everybody wants to be wealthy. Not everyone wants to have great relationships. Some people are just okay with the mediocre status quo. I'm good. I'm settled in. But that's not us. And so if that's not you, then you can't live by those rules. You have to live by a different set of rules. And this set of rules says there is no laziness. We have to, right? We have to do the work outside of how you feel. That's what we talked about on Wednesday, right? We talked about you got to do things regardless if you feel like doing it or not. Regardless. Your feelings aren't going to take you to the promised land. Okay? So we got to make sure that we are not being lazy. Make a decision. Make a decision. Successful people are decisive. Don't play in the middle. Make a decision to go all in on your health, all in on your finances, all in on your business, like make decisions, y'all. Don't sit in the same place over and over again and expect something different to happen. What's that saying? It's like people do the same things over and over again, expecting a different result, right? Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, showing up in the same ways, watching the same stuff, thinking about the same thing, talking to the same people, yet we expect something different to happen. Definition of insanity, right? So we got to make some decisions. Make some decisions this year to change your life. Easy now, hard later, right? Remember, if you do the easy things now, your life gets harder. You do the hard things now, your life will get easier. You got to remember that, so that it forces you to do hard things. You do the easy things now, life gets harder. You do the hard things now, life gets easier. Put it in different contexts. You have only easy conversations now, your relationships get harder. You have really hard conversations up front now, consistently, your relationships get easier. All across the board. Like, that's just how it works. It's when we shy away from hard conversation. When you do the hard work in the gym, when you do the hard work with your health, like the thing you don't want to do, you do the hard stuff, it gets easier to do it over time. If you just start doing it, it gets easier. That is a mindset. And you know the thesis here, y'all. If you change your thinking, you change your life. So maybe that's not in your thinking. Maybe you know it, but maybe you don't apply what you know. Maybe you choose to not do hard things. Another thing you heard in that video that they kept saying over and over again is this sense of urgency. Do you have a sense of urgency to get to your goals and dreams? Or, like it said in the video, are we the people that say, I'll wait till Monday? It's Friday. Are you the person that's going to say, I'll get to it on Monday? No, this is the weekend. I'm just going to chill out. I'm gonna rest. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to get to it on Monday. It's just like you heard. The people that say that, they never get to it on Monday. And if they do, it's short-lived. So where's your level of urgency to getting to the life that you want? Your level of urgency, like how quickly, like faster. Again, learn a lot of these things from mentors I've had in my life. If you get around very successful people, they walk faster than the average person. I want y'all to pay attention to this. When you get around very successful people, they walk faster than the average person. They move. Their life is a sense of urgency. Watch it. Pay attention. Now that I've told you that, start watching people that walk just anywhere. You're walking down the street, you're in an event, you're heading to the grocery store, like just in general. More successful people walk faster because they have a sense of urgency in everything that they do. In everything. You have to keep up. So you have to understand, you need a sense of urgency in your life. And what it says in our text, the 177 mental toughness secrets, it says, great ones have a sense of urgency. Real quick, here's what it says. It says middle-class performers operate like there's an endless amount of time in a day, week, month, year, and life. The world class is extremely sensitive to time. The great ones have a sense of urgency because they're operating at a level of awareness that constantly reminds them the present moment is all any of us really have. The world class is on a mission to fulfill a dream, and they know the clock is ticking. The only time amateur performers develop a sense of urgency is toward the end of the day, week, or before they go on vacation. Many people on Friday can't wait till Friday's over, sense of urgency. Let me just get this done, right? Especially the vacation. For most people, the day before you, the 2 days before you go on a vacation, like you were just doing everything, finishing everything up, getting everything together. Why? Because, right, you have something that you want to get to. It just happens to be leisure. Anyway, it says, imagine if they channeled that same energy, enthusiasm, and focus into their everyday performance. Worldwide productivity would probably triple in one day. Professional performers constantly remind themselves that life is short, and if they're going to make something happen, now's the time. This thought process makes the middle class uncomfortable. Remember, they prefer to operate out of a state of mild delusion, knowing that the clock is ticking and none of us know how much time we have left is too uncomfortable for emotional amateurs. For pros who operate from objective reality, it's a primary motivating force. It's one of the reasons the great ones tend to pursue large, magnificent visions. They know their time on earth is limited and they want to leave a legacy. Their sense of urgency goes back to the beginning of the mental toughness process, which is clearly defining what you want. What do you have a sense of urgency to do? If you know the answer, you can implement this world-class philosophy immediately. If not, make it your mission to discover the embers that burn within your soul and focus that passion on what you really want. Don't stop until you find it. When you do, create a sense of urgency to act on it now. Don't hesitate. Pursue your dream boldly and fearlessly. It may be later than you think. It may be later than you think. I had one of our teammates had a friend pass away. She was 65, 62, something early 60s, short lived, right? Like not, she might have even been, no, yeah, something like that, right? We don't have as much time as we think, ladies and gentlemen. This chart in here, right? I always go back to, I just to give perspective. It says here, right? The average man lives to 73, average woman lives to 79, regardless of what your age is. Let's just say you're a woman right now and you're 55 years old, right? It says here you have, with this chart, right? Again, average living to 79. You have, if you're 55 and a woman, you have 8,700 days left. 8,700 days. If you're a man and you're 55, average lifespan 73, right? 6,500 days left. That's it. Gone, done. We're out of here. What are we doing in these next 6,500 days? What are we doing in these next, right, 8,000 days? Where's your sense of urgency? Like it says up here, this makes a lot of people uncomfortable. You guys know I'm in the money business. People don't like talking about death and dying and stuff. Why? Because they're uncomfortable. They're middle-class thinkers. Wealthy people, super successful. Like it's a given. You're going to be born, you're going to die. Like that's it. So like we only have a short window of time here. I want y'all to understand that like these are the reasons why every day we wake up and get after it. Of course, you're going to have seasons where you don't feel like it and things go haywire and you got to, like I always say, you got to keep all the plates spinning. You know, the guy at the circus that got all the plates holding all of them, and this one starts falling, and then you twist that one and spin that, right? Like that's life. Sure, you're gonna have 3 of these plates start falling, and you got to focus on your health and your family, so you really can't go hard at your business. That's fine, but get the plates spinning as fast as you can because you have a sense of urgency, and don't let that last for a long time, and then get right back to it. And then get right back to it. You got to be in this mindset, y'all. You got to have a sense of urgency to go after the life you want. It's Friday, yes, but tomorrow, even if it's a weekend for you, like, are you doing something that scares you? Are you doing something that changes you? Are you doing something that pushes you out of your comfort zone? Or are we still thinking that it's Saturday cartoons? It's Saturday morning cartoons and laziness, like we've been programmed, because many of us have been programmed that. One of the reasons I don't send my daughter to school Monday through Friday so she can think the weekends or something. She does school on the weekends. So I don't program her to think it's 5 days on, 2 days off. Give her a sense of urgency to say every day we get to do this. Every day we're moving towards our goals. That's what we need, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to get to the life you don't need a break from. Here's what it says in the action step. To heighten your sense of urgency, do a little. Oh, well, we just did that calculation. So don't worry about the action step for today. Your sense of urgency is important. You taking time to say, what do I want? What do I want? That's the first step. That's what it said in the book. What do I want? And then once you know what you want, let's spend every moment, all of our energy, time, as much as we can give it, going after that thing. Sense of urgency. We don't have long. You don't know when it's your time. So you got to get after. You got to work every single day. I love you guys. I want you to win. I want you to win. You deserve it. Your families deserve it. People are counting on you to do this. People are counting on you to run this race. They're counting on you to do the work. They're counting on you to build the capacity to handle this. It's not just you. And you might think it's just you and this is just your life, but you're going to impact a lot of people, and people are counting on you. They're counting on you to do this stuff. You got to do the work. You got to go out every single day with that sense of urgency and know time's ticking, and I got a dream to pursue. I got some things to fulfill. I got to go grow and learn and become the man or woman God called me to be. And I got to do it now, not Monday, not next week, not in a month. Today, I got to start. Do something today that scares you. Do something this weekend that pushes you out of your comfort zone. I'll see you guys back here on Monday. Love you guys. Take care.